Hi, myself is Kavita. Once again in front of you with another video that is about operative delivery. In that we are going to see the vacuum delivery. Vendors of vacuum is an instrumental device designed to assist the delivery of the baby by creating a vacuum in between it and the fetal skull. That is a cup-like structure we will apply over the fetal head, and inside that cup, we will be creating a vacuum, and with the help of that vacuum, with that negative pressure, it will achieve the delivery of the baby. That is the vacuum. The type of vacuum extractors that we are using include metal vacuum and ceramic vacuum. In olden days, we were using the metal cup commonly, but nowadays we are using the ceramic cup. This picture shows the metal vacuum. Here you can see the metal cups of different size. As per the size of the baby and as per the dilatation of the cervix, you can select the size of the cup, and these tubings are connected to the bottle which is creating the vacuum, and this meter, it represents the pressure which is getting created inside the vacuum cup. But nowadays we are not using this vacuum method and we are not using the metal cup, because if you are using the metal cup, the chance for damage to the soft tissues of the fetal head is more. So we are using this elastic cup that is also available in different sizes. And instead of this bottle method, we are using pressure from the directly. Next one is elastic cup. This picture shows this elastic cup. It's having a screw over here, and this will be up this through this screw and connector. It will be attached to the pressure producing device, and this cup like structure we are applying over the fetal scalp, especially over the occipital region of the fetal head. Next, let us see the indications of the vacuum delivery. We can use it as an alternative for the forceps operation, because we know that if we are using the forceps, it may produce damage to the soft tissues of the fetus. So when comparing to the forceps delivery, the damages are less in the case of vacuum. So we can use it as an alternative of forceps delivery. And if there is a delay in the head or in the descent of the head, or if the head is high, that is descent is less. And for the delivery of the second baby, in the case of twins, you can use the vacuum. If there is a delay in the second stage of labor, in that case also, we can use the vacuum forceps. And in deep transverse arrest with adequate pelvis size, if the pelvis size is adequate and if there is deep transverse arrest of the fetal head, in that case also we can use the vacuum forceps for the easy delivery. If the maternal exhaustion is there, if the mother is excessively tired and if the mother is not having the capacity to bear the contractions and pain, we can, for achieving the delivery easily, we can apply the vacuum forceps. And we can use it as an alternative for forceps operation, except in the case of face presentation and in the case of after coming of the breech. In these cases, actually, we cannot apply the vacuum cup. If you are applying vacuum over the face, it will produce damage to the soft tissues over there. And in the case of breech also, after the delivery of the buttocks and shoulder and for delivering the head of the baby, you cannot apply the vacuum. And if there is fetal distress or prematurity, in that cases also we are not using the vacuum. In the case of prematurity, if you are using vacuum, what will happen means, in premature baby, the ossification may not have completed as like the normal baby. So when you are applying this cup, and if you are applying, when you are applying negative pressure, it may produce damage to the fetal scalp and skull, and there is a chance for intracranial hemorrhage also. Next, we can see the advantages of forceps delivery when comparing with the vendors for vacuum delivery. This is the picture which shows the forceps delivery. Forceps is safe for premature babies. That is, if the delivery is not a tame delivery. If the baby is a premature baby, that is, if the baby is not has not completed 36 weeks of pregnancy, in that case, this forceps will be safe when compared to vacuum. Because why means the fetal head remains inside the protective cage. See here, the two blades of the forceps will be applying like a cage. It will be covering the head like a cage, and it will give protection to the fetal head. It can be embroidered in anterior face or an aftercoming head of the breech. If it is a face presentation, say here it is applied to the face. In the case of breech delivery also, after the delivery of the body and buttocks, or if only the head is there, that is after coming of the head, for that also we can use the forceps. And if we are suspecting pelvic contraction and we need to have moderate traction, with the vacuum we cannot apply moderate amount of traction, very less amount of traction only we can apply. If you want to apply moderate amount of traction, in that case also you can go for the forceps. In those cases vendors will be less effective. Next, let us see the advantages of vendors over the forceps. In case of unrotated or mal-rotated occipital posterior position of the head, in order to achieve the rotation, we can use the vendors. And it can be applied even if the cervix is not completely dilated. In the case of forceps delivery, even if the cervix is dilated also, we have to widen the episiotomy for getting space for introducing the device or introducing the blades of the forceps to the sides of the fetal head. But here that space is not needed, so it's not a space occupying device. It's not a space occupying device like forceps blades. And it is comfortable for the mother because the chance for injury is also less, and the chance for injury for the baby is also less. And it requires less technical skill for the operator. If you are using forceps, you should know how to apply the blades, which blade should be applied first, where it has to go, all those things you should know. But here only one thing is that you just identify the occipital region, apply the scalp and create the vacuum. That's all. And the contraindications of the vacuum delivery include if the baby is having fetal distress, and in the case of fetal distress, within a few seconds or within a short period, you are supposed to achieve the delivery of the baby. But here, if you are using the vendors, sometimes it may delay the process a little more. So in that case, we are not using. And in the case of face presentation also, we cannot apply the cup of the vendors over the face. In case of premature baby, there is a chance for avulsion of the scalp because the scalp tissues and bones are not ossified completely as like the mature baby. So there is a chance for avulsion of the scalp. That is, the scalp tissues may enter into the cup. If the baby is having bleeding disorders, in that case also we are not supposed to apply the vendors of cup. Why means when we are applying vacuum over the fetal head, when it is creating a negative pressure and when it is sucking the soft tissues inside the cup, there is a chance for intracranial hemorrhage. Mild intracranial hemorrhage chance is there. So if the baby is having a bleeding disorder, it may not get controlled. And if you are suspecting fetal macrosomia means if the weight of the baby is more than 4 kg, it is known as a macrosomia. If you are suspecting macrosomia, in that case also you are not supposed to apply the vendor. Next, let us see how to apply the vacuum. First, we should select the proper size cup and apply it over and assess the dilatation of the cervix. And once if the cervix is favorable, that is at up to 5, 6, minimum 3 centimeters dilatation is there means you can just separate the vulva and we can apply the cup over the fetal head. And when you are applying the cup, you should make sure that the soft tissues of the maternal cervix or vaginal tissues are not trapped in between the cup and the fetal head. And after applying the cup properly, you should start to create the pressure. First, you should start with the minimal pressure, and you can raise it up to 0.8 kilogram per centimeter square. That's the maximum amount of pressure that you can apply. And this pressure you are supposed to achieve within a 10 minutes of time. In the starting, start with very low pressure, then gradually increase it by taking 10 minutes time up to 0.8 kilogram per centimeter square. And once if the scalp is set to the cup, you just apply traction in the by following the axis of the birth canal. And the other hand, by using one hand you should apply the traction, and by using the other hand you should apply counter traction. You should apply it over the cup. Once if the head is delivered, remove the vacuum by opening the screw, and the cup should be detached, and you can go for the balanced delivery. And the completed balanced delivery you will be completing by following the normal manner. Next, let us see how to introduce the elastic cup. See here, after using the sterile technique, you should select the proper size cup and separate the vulva using fingers of the one hand, and introduce the cup into the vagina. Now this shows the cup is inside the vagina and it has applied over the fetal head. By using the fingers, you should palpate the fetal head and apply it properly over the fetal head. And once if it has applied, now the cup is totally inside and it is placed over the fetal head. Once if it is inside, you just start to apply pressure. I have told you that you should start from the minimum and you can raise it maximum up to 0.8. And when you are applying pressure and traction, it will start to bring the baby out. See here, you can see the stretching of the perineum because of the descent of the baby or descent of the head. Now here you just see the head has delivered. Even now also the elastic cup is over the place. Now the baby's head has delivered. Restitution. This shows the restitution, that is it has turned to the side where it has started. And till the restitution you are keeping the cup over the place, and after that you have to release the pressure and you have to take the cup off. Next is the complications. The complications include fetal complications and maternal complications. The fetal complications include fetal scalp abrasion. There is a chance for abrasion of the soft tissues of the fetal scalp. And next one is sloughing of the scalp. The tissues which are coming under the vacuum cup may get necrosed, and later this necrosed tissues may get sloughed off. And another complication is cephalhematoma. That is collection of blood under the skin, under the layer of the scalp. So this is known as the cephalhematoma. And next one is chignon. Chignon is due to the caput succedaneum or due to the collection of fluid in the area where the cup has applied. So that collected fluid will be in the shape of, or that portion will be in the shape of the cup. That elevation you can see over the fetal head. That is known as the chignon. And another complication is intracranial hemorrhage. This intracranial hemorrhage is rare, but it can occur if you are applying excessive pressure or if the fetus is a premature baby. In that cases, it is common. Next, we can see the maternal complications. The maternal complications include trauma and injury, but chance is less. The injury can occur only in the case if soft tissues are getting caught in between the fetal head and the elastic cup. Otherwise, there is no chance for the injury. Thank you for watching this video. See you once again. Thank you.